Bonsoir. It's a bonsoir now, right?
I
Doesn't
guess.
matter.
I guess it's bonsoir.
All right, so
We're in France no.
not in France. We are in Rome, and we're going to St. Peter's. This is exciting. I'm both excited and nervous about what we're about to see.
Nervous.
And I'm bringing you with me for the first time seeing, oh, it's really windy. I hope that doesn't sound bad. I'm bringing you with me for the first time of me seeing this. We're going into St. Peter's Square.
Let's see if you cry.
For the first time in 2 years, there's going to be a papal event outside. So I've done a lot of Second Cup Saturdays.
Oh my God, I don't like it.
Pigeon almost hit me.
Oh,
I've done a lot of
no.
Second Cup Saturdays from St. Peter's Square.
Okay,
I'm not
let's
even
just go
looking.
right here and look at the
Oh,
line.
I'm not
Look
looking
at
at
the line. Look at the line. Oh
I'm
my
looking at
gosh.
the line in a minute. Oh, it's a big. Whoa, that's a big line.
It goes to the post office.
That's a big line. That's the biggest line I've seen. All right. What was I saying? Oh,
I'm like sitting here like.
her mouth is agape. So, yeah, I've done a lot of Second Cup Saturdays from St. Peter's Square over the past 2 years because it was empty and it was a nice place to sit and have a coffee. You know, because there's been no papal events out here for 2 years. They were all moved inside or canceled altogether. But tomorrow is Palm Sunday, and tomorrow the Pope is having his first public outdoor mass since all this stuff began. And so the piazza's been completely empty for 2 years. I was here the other day. They were starting to set up.
I liked it better after.
And now we're going to see what it looks like. Oh, Grandma's here. Hey, I'm going to turn you around. Actually, I'm going to look first.
Hello, Grandma.
Whoa. Wow. There's...
No,
I don't know if I'm excited or not. I can't tell
there
you.
used to be more. I feel like it used to end here.
Well, yeah.
Okay, so
All right, I'm going to turn you around in a second because you get my reaction video.
It's ugly.
Wow, the papal altar is set up again. The banners are out. There's St. Michael. All the chairs. All right, I'm going to show you. And the line. Oh my goodness, the line to get into the church. Hold on, here we go.
Like if I was here, I would.
Look at this. First time in 2 years that it's set up. Look at this line though. Oh my
I have
goodness.
not seen a line this long since 2 years ago.
This is the line to get into the basilica. So it starts, like, if you don't know, the entrance is right, where's my finger? Right there. So it zigzags in here, metal detectors, and then the line is going all the way, and it loops around, and it goes back behind the post office.
That's crazy.
All right.
Absolutely.
Richard of Mexico. Let's see. We're going to move through here. You can see all the barricades set up again.
Insane.
These have been gone for 2 years.
Yeah, guys.
Look at this. It's all set. The Pope's going to be driving through here tomorrow.
I don't know about this.
That's what this is set up for. This will be the standing room only for the Palm Sunday Mass. All the chairs are set up.
I'd be scared to sit
Oh
in the
my
chair.
goodness.
I don't think these chairs have been in use.
I didn't think we would
in
see
2
this for
years.
years. Well, I guess we didn't see it for years.
These chairs haven't been in use for like 2 years. I'd kind of be scared to like sit in one. Like,
Yeah, they might crack. Look at this. This is no longer our little playground. Now it's back to doing its job of being a church. Yep. I'm going to turn you around again so you can see me.
Where's Andrew?
All right. Hi, Kim in Florida. All right. So many people here. There's so many people. And it's that weird time of year where the Italians are wearing their puffy coats and scarves, and the Americans are out here wearing shorts and t-shirts.
I disapprove of the Americans. I don't.
Yeah, well, Italians dress for the season,
I don't claim them.
so it's still, the season to wear warm clothes.
No, it's cold.
But the Americans dress for, the weather. So if it's not cold, wear your short sleeves.
It is cold.
It's a little windy and chilly today. I'm going to take you farther up here Look at all the chairs. Look at that. People are back. So the piazza holds 100,000 people. Obviously, there's not 100,000 chairs set up, but that's if you go all the way back and around. So tomorrow morning, all the chairs will be filled up. I'm assuming they know how many people are going to be here because that's the whole point of the tickets. They give out the tickets for the papal events, for the masses, the outdoor masses and the outdoor audiences. So they have a count of how many people to expect. They know how many chairs to set up. They never check the tickets for outdoor events, only inside the church. So they know how many people. There's 6 sections set up. So look, I'm going to turn you around again. So you can see all the chairs. Like this is, what kind of content is this? I'm showing you plastic chairs. So there's a section in front of us. We can't get up to that one. So there's a whole section up there, and then there's this section. Then there's a third section behind us, and then 2, 3 on the other side. Wow, this is amazing though to see all this again. And then the papal altar, I'm going to zoom in. Can I zoom in? I don't know if I can zoom in. I think I can zoom in. Yeah. So there's the papal altar. And then tomorrow, since it's Palm Sunday, it's my favorite Mass of the year. I'll talk about that in a second. But you can see it's very drab. They just have like some green palm trees and lots of greenery. And then for Easter Sunday, they bring out all the flowers. Oh, and there's olive trees. See the olive tree there? There's one there.
There's one behind the. There's one.
And there's one on the
There's 2
other. Oh, I didn't even see that one.
Yeah, I saw one. So they have a lot of palms.
Oh, this coffee has a lot of foam in it. Good morning,
Just to
Sherry.
make up for the
Who did I miss? Hi, Glenda in Florida. You want to go to the Holy Land with me? Gloria, good to see you. Kim, Daniela, another Kim, Richard, Irish, my mom, Laura in Seattle. All right, I'm going to turn you guys around again so I can talk to you. Wait, now I got to switch hands. Okay. All right, this coffee is so foamy. Look at all this foam in this coffee. McDonald's cappuccino.
The best.
Well, it's not the best.
Not the
It's not the
best.
best coffee. But
It's the best right now.
It's good. It's good in this area. €1.50 for a large to-go cappuccino. You guys know this. I talk about it all the time.
You talk about this all the time.
I talk about McDonald's cappuccino all the time.
Yeah, he talks about it at home too.
Alba in
That's all he talks
Texas. All right, so I'm gonna give you a little tour of the piazza today that relates to Palm Sunday. Oh, this is so exciting. So I think I mentioned already.
I'm not.
Palm Sunday.
I'm not.
I'm excited for Palm Sunday.
I'm not feeling it.
Palm Sunday is my favorite, absolute favorite Mass of the year, Papal Mass. So my outdoor Papal Mass, I guess. My favorite indoor Papal Mass, I love the Easter Vigil, which I'm not planning to go to this year. And I love Ash Wednesday at Santa Sabina. So those are my favorite indoor Papal Masses. My favorite outdoor Papal Mass and my favorite Mass of the whole year, inside or outside, is Palm Sunday. So, yeah, oh my hair. I just got a haircut. So you can see it's kind of gray today. Not very pretty. But pretty much every year, every single year, on Palm Sunday, we get those perfect blue Roman skies. And it's just awesome for this Mass. And so it's very somber, it's Palm Sunday, the procession of the palms, and I just love it. But what I always try to do, I don't know if I'm going to do it this year or not, I always try to get, and I almost always do get, right here.
Like, this is going to be my seat tomorrow, yeah?
This seat, right here, this seat, this one. Because the Mass begins with a procession from those doors over there, out of the Apostolic Palace. All the bishops and cardinals will process out, holding palms, and then they walk through here. They walk here, past Amelia, and then they go to the obelisk. And I guess really that's where the Mass starts because it processes from over there. My mom wants a fancy palm. I have a fancy palm from a couple years ago. I don't know if I'll get a fancy palm tomorrow. I got that one because I sat somewhere fancy that year. Anyway, so then the Mass begins. You know, Father, Son, Holy Spirit. First reading. I think they do a couple readings there or something. I don't remember. And the Pope gets his super fancy palms.
His palm is awesome.
His palm is amazing. And it's all hand braided.
I would collect them. I would have them all.
The Pope
really,
doesn't care.
Yeah, but they're really cool.
Yeah, they're. So here, it's so windy. I'm going to turn you around again so you can see. All right. You can see little palm branches down there. The olive tree. The obelisk. So the Mass will begin there. And then there's the beautiful procession because now everybody has their palms because they're handed out here. And then they slowly walk all the way up this main aisle to the altar. And then the Mass continues. And then after Mass, the Pope does his papal drive-by, which he has not done again in 2 years because obviously he didn't need his car inside. He was just doing the walk-by. So it'll be the papal drive-by again. So super excited. But so why, you may be wondering, hey Mountain, why do they start at the obelisk? Shouldn't they? Amelia's laughing at. I don't know. Shouldn't they start at the altar?
No.
I'm glad you asked. So, I know. A couple thousand years ago, this obelisk. Ooh, my hair's going. My hair's making its own obelisk. This obelisk was in Egypt, and the Romans, they conquered Egypt, took that obelisk. Didn't have a cross on top then. That would have been weird. Brought it here to Rome, and they placed it in Nero's circus or Caligula's circus. So you've heard of Circus Maximus. You may not have heard of Nero's or Caligula's circus, but it was right over here on this side of St. Peter's wasn't here. So it was on this side of the Vatican Hill, and they put this obelisk in that circus. And it wasn't like a circus with monkeys clanging cymbals and stuff. It was a circus like Circus Maximus, where they would do chariot races, or they might do, I don't know, fight some animals.
Casually kill some.
Yeah, say that again.
Casually kill some Christians. You know,
yeah, casually kill some Christians. So it was around this time that Nero accidentally caught Rome on fire and blamed the Christians. And so, oh, here's the bells. I know you guys love your bells. Enjoy these bells. Like a McDonald's commercial. Enjoy these bells.
I can enjoy these bells. I'm gonna enjoy this coffee.
All right. So anyway, it was a circus for chariot races, things like that, and they would also kill the Christians. Nero burned Rome. He had to blame somebody. Couldn't say, "Oh, I did it." So he blamed the Christians. It was kind of this weird upstart religion in town at the time. And so they're like, okay, yeah, that makes sense. These Christians probably did this. So they gathered up the Christian leaders, which have been Peter and Paul. Paul was taken outside the walls of Rome, chopped his head off. It's a much easier way to die, but he was a Roman citizen, so he wasn't subjected to a horrific death. Peter, they brought to Nero's circus, and they were going to crucify him.
They're going to casually kill a Christian?
And he was like, hey, I don't want to die like Christ. I'm not worthy. So can you do it upside down? So they crucified him upside down right over there. And so it's thought that this would have been the last thing he saw, because if he was crucified, he was most likely facing this obelisk, which was over there. So then in the 1500s, Pope Sixtus V decided he wanted all these obelisks. Some of them had fallen down, some of them were broken, but he didn't want them in the Roman spots anymore. He wanted to put them in front of churches. And so what he did was he had this obelisk moved from over here to be placed in the middle of this new piazza he was building in front of St. Peter's Basilica. And I don't remember how long it took. It took a long time, like a couple months to move it over here. It took hundreds of men, hundreds of animals, like horses, to move it. Not far. I mean, you can see like where it stood right over there. So it's not a long way to move an obelisk. But these are pretty big things of solid granite. And so it took hundreds of animals, hundreds of men. And then when they got it here and they were going to lift it into place, put it on this little pedestal, the engineer in charge said, hey, Pope, this is a very delicate process. I need to be able to call out orders if something goes wrong. So can you make sure that nobody makes a sound in the piazza as we're doing this? And the Pope says, oh yeah, I can help you with that. So the Pope calls up his personal executioner who lived right down the street. You can still see where the executioner lived, a couple blocks down on the left, but maybe that's your right. I don't know if it's all flipped. Down the street on the left. And it's like, hey, executioner, we need the people to be quiet, so why don't you wheel over your guillotine and we'll show the people the guillotine and tell them if they make any noise, they'll be killed on the spot. So the executioner comes down with his guillotine, puts it like right over there. And so they're lifting up the obelisk, complete silence. You can imagine hundreds of people here. Even the horses weren't making sounds because they didn't want to die. So they're lifting the obelisk up, and it took some ropes too. They had to like pull the thing up, like all these pulleys and stuff. And the rope started to tear. And you can imagine this big thing, like what's the best way to do it? It's like this, and it's like they're pulling it up, and the ropes that they're using to pull it, they start tearing. So there's a guy in the crowd, and he is from northern Italy. He's from the town of Genova, which is a port city. They're really into fishing and boating there. So he grew up on boats, and he knew all about boats and water and what happens when, ropes on a boat start to break. You put water on them, and that'll give them strength. And so knowing he would be put to death, he shouted out in this silent piazza, "Water the ropes!" Everybody looks over at him like, oh, that guy's not going to make it to dinner tonight. But they bring out buckets of water. They put them on the ropes. They're able to strengthen the ropes, lift the obelisk all the way up, put a cross on top, star. Sixtus V had 3 little mountains put up here because he's from the mountains of Italy. So he had that put up there. And then afterwards, they brought this guy who yelled out, "Water the ropes," to the Pope because, he needed to be put to death. So we brought him to the Pope, and the Pope said, "That was very brave what you did. I would like to reward you for your bravery. What can I do for you?" And the guy said, "Well, my family has a palm tree farm in northern Italy, again, up by Genova, and we would be honored if this year you would use our palms for Palm Sunday." And the Pope said, "Okay, I can do that." And that tradition continues to this day. So for 500 years, the Pope's palms, used at Palm Sunday, come from that family's farm near Genova, where this guy was brave enough to shout out, "Water the ropes," when the ropes were breaking and this obelisk was being lifted into place. So not only did he save the obelisk, he also saved hundreds of people in the piazza. So after that, they killed him. Amelia's laughing. She knows that's not true. They didn't really kill him. They let him live.
I was waiting for that line the whole time.
Amelia knows all my jokes. So that's the story of the obelisk and why Palm Sunday starts right here. You can see some of the palm branches over here. But they'll pass them all out tomorrow at the start of Mass, and they'll do the beautiful procession. I have tons of pictures that I usually share. I don't know, I'm planning to come tomorrow, but I don't know where I'm going to try to sit. So in 20... this security Secret Service guy just walked by. What was I saying? So usually I try to sit, like I said, right here, because this seat, you get a nice unobstructed view of the Mass, kind of far away from the altar, but that's okay. But you get this great view here. You get the Pope and everybody coming in this way from back there. So you get like this turn. This is what makes it so special, is the turn, because you're right here on the corner. I'm giving away my secrets. I don't care. You're on the corner. So when they're coming this way, they have to pause as they turn. And so when you've got like 80 old men walking, they're kind of slow and they're making the turn slowly. So sometimes the Pope is like right here for a good 30 seconds, just standing, waiting. And you're like, oh, hey, Pope. Actually, there's no hey poping at that time because it's a very somber moment. But in your head, you can be like, hey, Pope. But he's like right there.
He's like this. He might go like, his
Yeah, he
hands
might
are
like,
together.
hello.
He's like,
Hello.
hi.
Yeah. So I don't know where I'm going to try to get. Like, you have to get here super early, like 6:30, 7 o'clock in the morning to get this seat. A couple years ago, I think it was 2019, I sat right up there, the very front row on the stage. The only people in front of me, I think there was like a couple cardinals and Archbishop Gansfine, who is the personal secretary to Pope Benedict. He's always at this Mass, not Pope Benedict, but Gansfine. And then the year before that, I sat up there. So right up here in the colonnade, behind these statues are some benches, like they're bleachers really. And so there's seats up there too. But you have to have a very special ticket to sit up there. And that's an interesting place to sit for Mass because you're really high up above everyone and you're looking down. It almost looks like you're watching Mass and not really participating in it. So it's a great place to sit, a cool place to sit, but it almost feels like you're not part of the Mass. When you're up top, it really feels like you're part of the Mass because when the Pope is incensing the altar, you can smell the incense. You can hear like the papal MC whisper to people like, okay, now take up the book or something or whatever they say. I don't know what he says. And then
you hear it, you don't know what it's
yeah,
you don't know what it's saying.
But then when you sit back here, I mean, you feel like you're part of the Mass, but it's also, you know, you have 100,000 people with you. So I don't know where I'll be tomorrow. Oh, that's right. I was going to say the other place I sat a couple years ago, I just wanted to see how close I could get leaving my apartment. I don't remember what time the Mass starts, 9:30 or something. So I left at 9 to see where I could end up in 30 minutes. And I ended up right over by the screen. And that is where the stairs are that I mentioned, where they come out at the very beginning. And that was really cool to see. I got a great shot of the Pope and the bishops walking down the steps with all the little bishop hats on. And that was cool too. So we'll see what I do tomorrow, where I end up. But I'm very excited to have the Papal Mass back in the piazza. Like I said, my favorite Mass of the year. But I don't know how I feel about all the chairs again. Look at this. If you recall, like 2 weeks ago or whenever the last Second Cup in St. Peter's Square was, there was nothing here. It was just wide open. And that's how I like St. Peter's Square, is wide open, because it feels like an open piazza. So, but they leave these chairs out year round. Well, not year round, because when the Pope doesn't have events, like in the summer and the winter, they take everything down. But pretty much for the rest of the year, this stuff will stay up. How do you get tickets? So tickets are very easy to get. I have instructions on my website, thecatholictraveler.com. But you can request them through the bishop's office, the American bishop's office. Oh, my coffee's cold. Or you can request them through the Vatican. But when they do the masses outside, they never check tickets. So it's really just a souvenir and for a way for them to know how many people to expect. I need to throw this away. I didn't drink it fast enough. It's all like gross. Here you go.
No, I don't want.
Well, can you hold it? Because I need mine in my hand. Just hold it. Just hold it. What else? The last Second Cup Saturday I did, we were in... Where were we? We were somewhere in Chianti. Oh. Okay, that's it. We were somewhere in Chianti. I think I mentioned then that almost all restrictions in Italy have been dropped. All that's left, you need a green pass for inside restaurants, and you need masks inside. Oh, and long train rides.
Train.
But everything else dropped. So if you're vaccinated, you no longer need a test to come to Italy. That's been the case for a couple months now, I think. But then once you're here, you don't need to show anything. Museums, outside restaurants, cafes, it's all gone.
Yeah.
And then starting on May 1st,
We don't have to wear masks anymore.
starting on May 1st, they're dropping the indoor mask mandate and they're dropping all the Green Pass stuff. So that's completely done.
Normale.
Yes.
I look like a coffee
Normale.
maniac. I'm
Yes,
sorry.
it looks like Amelia loves McDonald's coffee.
I love it.
But the other thing I wanted to say is that if you saw just a second ago when we came in, I'm going to turn this around again. This is the line to get into St. Peter's Square. So it starts here, goes all the way around the piazza. I haven't seen this in years. All the way around into security. So if you were hoping to get to Italy before the crowd showed up, then
Too late.
I'm sorry to say, but it's too late. I mean, there'll be like moments in off season and things like that where it's not crowded,
No, they're
but
back.
Italy is packed. Rome is packed. I mean, this line is probably an hour and a half, 2 hours to get into St. Peter's. I mean, it is a Saturday, but yesterday it was pretty much the same. So don't make that same mistake for the Holy Land. I'm taking a group,
A little bit of promotion.
a little bit of a promotion. May 2nd to the Holy Land, small group, just like my last one I did in March. Small group. It's still mostly empty. I have friends there right now. Nobody is at the Church of the Holy Sepulchre. Nobody is at the Church of the Nativity. But my guides, my hotels, my drivers, they all say that starting this summer, everything is booked solid. So it's kind of the last chance to experience the Holy Land empty before it starts looking like this with the long lines and everything. So
Hopefully there's not another chance.
hopefully there's not another chance, yeah. So if you can make it work, the beginning of May, it's going to be an amazing trip. The priest is Father Andrew Dalton, a good friend of mine from Atlanta. Before he was in the seminary, he was Buzz for Georgia Tech. He was the mascot for Georgia Tech. A little bit of trivia for him. I don't know if he likes people knowing that or not. I think it's funny. An amazing priest, one of the smartest guys I know. He's a shroud expert, the Shroud of Turin. He goes around the world teaching about it. He lives here in Rome. He's stationed in Jerusalem for a few months. So he is going to be the priest on this pilgrimage. My guide is Shafiq, the guide that I use for all my Holy Land trips. Of course, I'm going to be there. Here's some more bells for you. It's going to be an awesome pilgrimage. And again, maybe the last time you can visit the Holy Land before it gets crowded like Rome has. Because starting this summer, everything is fully booked. Oh my goodness.
That's scary.
Look at all these people.
What the heck?
Look, down Conciliazione. These are people walking.
I'm afraid.
Look how crowded it is. You see all those people? So it's too late to get to Rome before it's crowded, but it's not too late to get to the Holy Land. All right, how do I turn this around? So, hair's flying. So yeah, that's Second Cup Saturday for today. Hope you enjoyed the Palm Sunday story. If you like that story, you should share this so other people can hear it, because not a lot of people know about that, although it's kind of getting out there. And I'm hearing more guides talk about it, and I'm seeing articles written about it. I mean, I didn't come up with it, obviously, but used to not hear anybody talk about it. So, except a few people. The obelisk, the story of the palms. So anyway, if you enjoyed that story, share this so more people can watch it. And if you can come to the Holy Land, May 2nd through the 9th, everything is included. Ooh, they're doing a mic check. Everything is included. Amazing hotels, excellent guide, excellent priest, excellent driver. All the meals are included, lunches and dinners. It's some really, really nice restaurants. all the drinks like wine and water and all that, all included. Tips, so you don't have to worry about like, a lot of people post the price like, oh, it's only this much money, and then you're expected to tip all this money for your guides and your drivers and the hotel and restaurants. It's already included. So the price on my website, thecatholictraveler.com, is the final price. That's all you're going to pay. And all you need, that's the other thing people want to know. What do you need to get in? You just need a PCR test to get in. Doesn't matter if you're vaccinated, unvaccinated. They don't care. You just need a test. And then once you're there, everything's completely wide open. No masks anywhere. So there you go. That's your sales pitch for today, Amelia. But I'm going, some people from my last pilgrimage that just ended a couple days ago here in Italy. 2 of those people signed up to go to the Holy Land because they want to experience the Holy Land before it's crazy. But also one of them signed up because she knows Father Andrew Dalton and wants to experience the Holy Land with him. And I don't blame her. So let's walk through the columns. So, yeah, what else do we have to talk about? One more look. Let's look one more look at the piazza.
I don't know, but this booming voice through the piazza scared the heck out of me.
Booming voice.
I just heard boom.
Look at that. They're getting ready. So exciting. All these people. Can't believe how crowded. Yeah. All right. So that's the end of the show. Tonight, it's just me and the girls because Christina has a couple friends in town and they're staying in some hotel right by the Pantheon or the view of the Pantheon. Did your mother send you the view?
No.
Oh.
I guess
They have a view over the Pantheon. It's really nice. So it's just us tonight and Lily. Lily's not here.
We're gonna have a party. We're gonna be like
we're gonna have a
listening to
party.
music until 1 a.m.
No, I'm gonna go to bed at like 8.
Fine, me and Lily are
We're gonna
having
eat.
a party.
We're gonna eat pizza to go or something.
Fine, me and Lily will listen to music until 1 a.m. and you'll sleep.
Yeah.
That's fine. You're lost.
Mindy wants to go back to Holy Land in May, but you have calendar conflicts. That's too bad. Because this once in a lifetime experience. But we're gonna do something very fun, Mindy, in a few months. So just waiting for the final hotel to confirm on that one. You know what I'm talking about. So,
I don't know.
but yeah, if you guys know anybody that wants to go to the Holy Land in May, small group, amazing experience, once in a lifetime, maybe twice because we did it in March too. But after May, everybody's booked solid forever. I don't know, because everybody's ready to travel. Look at all these people. Look,
For all eternity.
look, more people. Just, can you see all these people? Look at that.
I don't understand. This happened like in the last 24
Wow.
hours or something? Because I didn't see these people yesterday.
There is a saxophone player on my street at night. Is that a statement or a question? There's a saxophone player on your street.
I don't know.
I don't know of a saxophone player on our street. We have accordion players on our
We
street.
have guitar players on our street.
Guitar. I don't know about saxophone. But,
Yeah.
ciao. No, grazie. All right. Well, you heard one. Yeah, maybe. Well, that's right. You were staying right down the street. No, grazie. So that's your show, guys. Ciao. Passing all the
Good day.
cafes here.
Good day.
Yeah.
Good week. Have a happy week.
Yeah, it's Holy Week. It's Holy Week.
Oh, it is Holy Week.
That's the other thing I was going to say. I'm going to send out my email mailing list, CatholicTraveler.com. You can sign up with all my Holy Week stuff. So the link to my dad's album again, the Holy Land Project, because he has a lot of great Lenten songs, Holy Week songs. My Holy Week wallpapers for your devices. So I send that out every year. That's like a close-up of the crown of thorns and the tree from Gethsemane, and it's cropped to fit your electronic devices. So I'll be sending that out in a little bit. If you're not signed up, you can sign up for that. But anyway,
That's all.
that's it. So
Congratulations.
ciao, everybody. Have a good,
Holy
blessed Holy Week, and we will talk to you
Week. Tuesday?
soon. Bye.